Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of What Can I Say? The podcast where I talk about things you need to hear, things you don't need to hear, or things I simply have an opinion on. So a statement that a lot of people want to believe in is the fact that we are all civilized, that we're no longer connected to our ancestors merely 2,000 years ago, cheering for people's deaths in the Colosseum or sacrificing someone on top of a pyramid. What we want to believe in the past 100 years, we finally got it right. We learned from our mistakes, we're deep thinkers, we're poets, we're religious, we got vaccines, so everything is perfect. But every couple of years, the world gets a stone thrown at it, and we tend to get exposed for what we really are. Now, about 4 years ago, when Donald Trump was running for presidency, a lot of people were shocked that during the rallies, both Democrats and Republicans were literally getting into fistfights. Now, this was conflicting with a lot of people's core beliefs, saying, well, does racism still exist? I thought we agreed to disagree. Haven't we learned how to communicate yet? What is going on here? Now, in the past year, that stone's been amplified a little bit, because we had World War III almost starting, Australia getting caught on fire, Kobe Bryant passing away, the coronavirus, and now what you are seeing is the way people are reacting to that, which is that very survival instinct, that medieval, I got to get stuff done. That's where the panic buying is coming in. That's where people are stocking up on ammo. Now, when I see moments like this in history, I kind of always resort back to the movie The Mist. I think it was made in 2006, 2007. Now, if you guys haven't seen the movie, spoiler warning, just be safe. But the reason why I point it out is because although there are monsters in the movie, what is truly scary about this movie is the way people will react to one another in a time of crisis. When people are truly scared, they will instantly flip and you will see that savage nature come out of them. Now, one argument that I've heard is people talking about saying, well, the people that are like this are the people that don't believe in God. They don't believe in an afterlife. Here's my answer to that. We are not in heaven yet. This is the world. This is Earth. And people got a very strong misconception of what the world, what God created, what it actually is. Now, let's go to a place completely untouched by man. You probably go deep into the mountains. Now, one of my favorite parts is Yosemite. I love Yosemite. I think it's beautiful. When you see the mountains, when you see the sun, when you smell the fresh air, when you see the rock, how smooth it is, and it was cut by a glacier, it's truly awe-inspiring. But what happens if I were to take out all the people, gave you a pocket knife, told you to go in there and survive? You would find it rather challenging. You will find out that nature doesn't care if you're hungry. Nature doesn't care if you're thirsty. Nature doesn't care if you're hot or cold. Even more importantly, nature does not care about your individual being. If there is something out there that's bigger than you that wants to eat you, guess what? It's coming after you. That's what the world is. Every single day we're collecting in data of what life is. And think about it. If we're hungry, go to the kitchen. There's nothing there, we go to the drive-thru. If we're thirsty, we got a bottle of water. Worst comes to worst, we got the sink. That's how easy life has become. You guys have seen Animal Planet. Animals are getting stuff done. If they don't work today, if lions don't work, they're going to die. If gazelles don't work, they're going to die. There are human beings out there, literally just like us, that every single day, they got to make something happen. Because if not, they're going to die. That's the world. Now, I don't mean to quote a serial killer right now, but granted, it's a fictional serial killer, so it's okay. The 2007 The Dark Knight, Joker, he tells Batman, they're only as good as the world allows them to be. The world has cushioned the blow for a lot of us. We don't have a danger aspect to us anymore. We don't have to worry about going to the car and worry about a third world country, someone shooting at us, or a tiger coming out and completely snatching us. We have been able to be calm and relaxed, and because of that, we've been able to focus on proper etiquette, on being completely civil. Let me give you guys an example. Say about 4 months ago, you would have went to Costco, pushing your basket along, and there's 20 cases of water right there. And someone accidentally hits you and, hey man, I'm sorry. No, it's all good. You're already there. Get your water. So they get their water, take off. You get your water, you take off. No harm, no foul. What happens if now you're going to Costco and you've been going 7 days a week, you haven't been able to get any water, and all of a sudden there's one case left. You're pushing your basket, someone hits, and it's all good. You say, what the heck's your problem? Push them out of the way, you get yours. Why? It's a survival instinct inside of every single one of us. And when it comes down to it, the lack of resources and the lack of security will send anybody over the edge. If you know that you are not going to be comfortable, you are not going to get fed, you are going to hustle to make sure that you eat. If you know that you are not safe, You are not going to be able to relax and have your safe space, close the door, and just completely zone out. You are going to be hustling. You're going to be trying to find a way. How do I get security? Is someone going to come from the side? Is someone going to come from the back? What is going on here? So a lot of us being civil is an abundance of resources and security. Now, this also may conflict with some of you guys because you may say, well, am I a good person then? Or has the world allowed me to be a certain way? Has the world allowed me to be civil? Here's my answer to that. And I don't know if it's necessarily an answer, but it's the way that I choose to look at it. A couple of days ago, the Ten Commandments came on ABC. And if you guys haven't seen the movie, it's about Moses. It's about 5 hours. If you don't know the story, go look it up. It's too long to explain the story. But this movie taught me a lot of life lessons, but in this one, very particular, I focused on the people that Moses freed. Because these people, they were slaves. Their ancestors were slaves. Their ancestors before their ancestors were slaves. They never known anything besides slavery. They only ever prayed to one God. God, please free us. Please bring us to the promised land. They only ever answered to one boss, the Pharaoh. Well, after Moses frees them, the waves crash. Moses says, I'm going to go get the Ten Commandments. So he leaves them all. And all of a sudden, they start participating in the most sinful of behavior. Lust, gluttony, idolizing false gods. How? That wasn't them. They never did that before. How was it that all of a sudden, when they were completely freed, they started acting like wild animals? And the answer? Institution. You take prisoners, throw them in a prison, tell them there's no laws here, they'll kill each other. You take a football team, whether football, basketball, whatever it is, and you take out the referees, no rules, you'll start seeing some very dirty play. You take a bowling ball and you throw it down an alleyway and you don't have the rails up to keep you in line, you might get a gutter ball. Institution works the same way. What happens if I were to give you $1 million? Said you didn't have a wife or kids, or vice versa, you didn't have a husband, you didn't have kids. You didn't have a job to report to. You had completely 24 hours in a day to do whatever you want. You probably act out. And for those of you that would say no, there are movie stars that beg to differ. That they hustle, they grind, as soon as they get money, they completely flip. Same with musicians, same with athletes. That's the way human beings are programmed. Now, I'm not saying that all human beings are like this, but there's a good majority of them that are. So my message for you guys, don't be blind to the fact what human beings are, what we're growing up in. Because we grew up in America, we've been completely sheltered. We got Netflix, we got safe spaces. We don't know what danger is. Think about this. The last time that there was an attack on U.S. soil was September 11, 2001. Now, not disrespecting the people that died and served there, but what I'm saying is that there are moments that happen like that all around the world every single day. But because we don't experience it as much, for us it's like, oh my gosh, never forget September 11th. Even before then, when was the last time we were attacked? Pearl Harbor in 1941. We are so disconnected from what danger actually is. So when there's a moment like this, that danger occurs, where you start seeing people react in an irrational manner, people get shocked. Oh my gosh, I had no idea people acted like this. Yeah, because we haven't been exposed to it. Or you just chosen not to pay attention to it. Now, I'm not telling you this to start anarchy and tell you guys to go get guns blazing and all that. No. But take care of your families. Understand that danger is out there. Don't be blind to the fact that a punch is coming straight at you. Be aware. Be of your surroundings. Understand that danger is out there and people are capable of horrible things. Not just in the movies, not just in third world countries on documentaries, but all around you. And here's the other thing. And this is so, I don't know, like stereotypical. Be ready for the expect the unexpected. Because right now, like the world's kind of coming back a little bit. We got water coming back. We got toilet paper. I still haven't been able to find any Clorox wipes. But the world's kind of coming back. But I live in California. What happens if in a moment like this, where the world's kind of already in shambles, the San Andreas fault gives? And no one could send aid. How are people going to react then? Like I said, I'm not telling you guys to start a revolution and go around guns blazing. What I'm telling you guys is to protect your families. Is to make sure you're safe. And that goes with don't be blind. There's a reason why America is the highest form of obesity, because we're so comfortable. We got no reason to be fit. We got no reason to make stuff happen. So don't be blind to the fact. Now, I'm not saying all people are like this, but a good majority of people are like this, and that good majority can hurt you. So stay safe, protect your families, protect your loved ones. Don't be blind to the danger that's out there. So that's my message for you guys. Thank you guys for listening.